Welcome back to Karis Investment, where investments are made simple. Guys, if you're subscribed to this channel, I want to thank you 100%. If you're not yet subscribed, I hope you will enjoy this video. Now, I have been investing full time for the last 5 to 6 years. I've been investing overall 10 to 15 years from a young age. And this is what I said. It's important to start at a younger age because you get to go through the motion with the experiences, the wins, the loss. You learn from the bad times and you learn from the good times. Now, with all of the investing over the years, I've learned some pretty really simple like aspect of investing is to just keep it simple. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you keep your investment simple, I tend to make a lot more profit, right? First, you got to make it really simple so you can understand what you're investing in. You have to do your own research to make sure you invest in the right company. And of course, you have to be patient, 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 patient. Now, when we talk about patient, you have to decide if you're going long term or if you go in short term, right? Sometimes we can afford to go long, and sometimes we can afford only for a month or two or three. That's okay. It's totally up to what you want to do. Now, in a similar aspect, when we're looking at a company, which is here on my screen, if you take a look, it is Ashford Hospitality Trust. Now, I'll let you know over the last few months, I have been taking some courses in my Canadian securities course, and also I've taken a few like mortgage agent courses and a few other financial courses because I'm trying to actually open my own like financial company so I can be in a space where I can be a lender and I could also be investing in mortgages or in more properties. Guys, I highly recommend that if you make a lot of money on the stock market, try to take some of that money and invest in real estate. It sounds boring, it sounds really cliche, but you need that passive income to slowly build. A few years back, I didn't have any of this stuff, and then I start doing it slowly. I take it day by day, and it worked for me, and I'm sure it will work for you as well. And as well, I like to tell you guys what I've been doing, and this is one of the reason why when I create my videos, I only create any videos if I'm buying or if I'm selling a stock or if I have it in my portfolio, if it's doing well, then I create a video to let someone else know, right? Because I like to share whatever I'm doing, so and to make you make money, to make your friends make money. That's the mindset I have to this game here. Now, I let you know, guys, that I have been investing in the stock market. I've invested in currency, like in the forex side, in commodities. I've invested in crypto. I've invested in my own transportation company. I've invested in my own real estate company. There's different aspect, and there's so many more companies that I invested in. Either I'm the sole owner or I'm co-owner. But there's one thing I learned along the way is that you have to share knowledge with people. So help someone else go up, right? That's it. You want to motivate someone else to take that next step. It doesn't matter if you are not going to make as much profit. That's not really important at the end of the day in some situations, of course. But this drives me to Ashford Hospitality. Now, I got in this stock not too long ago, a few months back, just under $1.80 per share. I sold when it crosses that $4 mark, and then I rebuy my share when it drops back in the $2.38. And now it rise yesterday, it crosses that $5 mark, and we can see this morning on my screen is trading right now at $5.21. We can see for the day it's up 6%. It was up at $5.58. Guys, this is a great play. Again, I like to diversify my portfolio. Now, the strangest thing is that your investment will change with what you're actually doing, right? Because again, I start taking the securities course, and then I start invested in a lot of pre-IPO companies. Because the more you learn, obviously, is the more you start to do different things. And then when I start to do the mortgage agent course, because I want to learn the aspect of if I'm going to be a lender, if I'm going to be a private lender, I need to understand the mortgage game to see what's going on, how the process works. And then I start investing in REIT companies. You can see I made a video a few weeks back or a few months back in terms of Ryokan, one of the largest in REIT investment in Canada, and then I made about Ashford Trust. Now, the unique thing with us with Ashford Trust, guys, and the company have great products. It's a great investment. Now, it doesn't look like it on paper in the last 12 months if we go back because of COVID, because obviously anyone in the hospitality industry have really suffered, right? You can look at the hotels, you can look at the airlines, you can look at that anything to deal with people, with the exception for Airbnb, for some reason, it's still making a ton of profit. But if you look at Ashford Hospitality Trust, this company owns more than 100 hotels. They own two as a co-owner, and then they have a few like condominium hotel suites that they owns as well. And they have a total of 22,600 total rooms that they're actually could be making a lot of profit from. If you take a look at the 90 condominiums that they whole, I should say 90 condominiums units that they own in Florida. It's a great company. It's a great investment. Now, it's a bargain right now. If you tell me, if you take a look here, if we go back in, say, in the last 5 years, we take a look at this company. And this is how I invest in most of my investment, guys. I look like 2 years back. I look 5 years back. Now, the tricky thing is sometimes this doesn't tell us much, right? But at this instance, if we take a look, we can see the company was doing extremely well until we get close to the pandemic, and we could see it completely loses its value. Now, if we take a look back, say in the summer of 2018, this company was trading above $70, above $80 at one point. Now, if we look in the last 3 years, if we break it down, we can see it started to tail down. Obviously, there have been more stiff competition with Airbnb, afterwards, and what's not. But if we take a look, we can see that the price it has been trading at was a discount. I said it was a discount because at $1.80 for a company like this, it's a no-brainer, right? So these are the type of investment that I take advantage of. Whenever I seize it, I take advantage. I buy right away. As I said, guys, I buy a few times in the low, and I was able to sell about four, and then I get again back in. I keep buying and selling, but you have to make that decision. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I sold this morning, and once it crosses $5.50, but I'm keeping an eye on it because if it pulls back down in, say, the $3 or the $4 range, um, I will buy back my shares. My goal is to have more shares in this company once we get over this COVID. And this is the thing, guys. I've been using the exact same strategy. Is that I buy and sell not because I want a quick sell, is because I'm trying to generate more shares, more ownership in the companies. Right, the more shares you have, is the more possibility for me to make a lot more profit. And on the flip side, it's the more chance of you to lose more money should the stock goes the opposite way, right? You got to keep the both thinking in the same mindset. Is that you could make a lot of money at the same time you can lose a lot of money because of it. If the stock goes down and if you own a lot of shares, you can definitely lose money as well. But in this instances, if we take a look, guys, just keep it simple. You buy low, you sell high. It doesn't matter what stock you looked at. If you looked at Tesla a couple years back when I got it for 180, 185, 189, whatever it is. If you take a look in that instance, if you divide it by five, then that's around $33, $35, whatever, per share that I'm in Tesla, right? So if you look at it that way, you can see if you buy at an earlier stage, it makes a lot more sense. If we go and look at Neo, when I got in Neo, in the $4 or $5, it goes to 10. I was able to sell half my position, then it drops to $1.40, and I was able to buy triple my positions, right? At 140 to 160, I buy so many shares, it was ridiculous because I was able to sell at $5 before the pandemic, rebuy in again at 250, and they're able to cash out at $66. And again, I tell you guys, in last few weeks ago, I said I'm buying back all my shares in the low 30s. And look at Neo, right? We see the stock crosses over 42 yesterday. And this is what I say, you got to buy any investment. You got to pick the right time to buy. Now, I heard someone made a comment that you cannot always be so perfect. You can't, there's no perfect. is that you have to be patient. You have to be mindful of what you are comfortable with. Me personally, I set a price that I want to sell. If it gets close to that price, if the market momentum is going high, I will adjust that price accordingly. Sometimes I'll just leave it and just take my profit, and then sometimes I'll just adjust it. Now, it's a similar fashion with this company. It crosses over 550 this morning, and then the first thing I did is that I was able to take profit right away. Now, I took profit, but keep in mind, guys, I kept my capital in the stock still. That's what I do with a lot of these cases is that I'll sell the profit that I made, or in some cases, I'll sell whatever I invested in the company, and then I'll rebuy if it drops again. So my plan is to see if it will roll back. I'm keeping an eye on the market to see what's doing. If it rolls back for me to get more shares, definitely. If it starts to ride, I'll take a step back, wait. But it's very tricky with the pandemic. We almost over it, right? So all these companies will start to go up, and especially with Ashford hospitality guys, I predict that this company can make a run in between 15 to $20. It's a big range, but between 15 to $18 is pretty safe by the end of the year. So hopefully I could go back in if it drops a little bit lower, and then I could sit and wait patiently. Now, guys, I always tell you, all right, please do your research. If you're a new investor, please read a lot of information first. Please do your due diligence to make sure that you understand what you're investing in. It could be any company. If you're unsure, then please speak to a financial advisor if you're not sure how to invest. But it's very simple these days, guys. If you're with any brokerage or if you're in any bank, you can create an investment account. You can speak to a friend or family member or anyone that's actually doing investing. You can watch a few videos. You can learn so much online these days. It's not like in the past. In the past, the information was there, but you'd have to go to a library. Now it's the modern days now. If you need to learn something very quick, you can always go online, read up a few online articles, watch a few videos, and then you can get um, the fun of what's going on, the facts and how to invest and what information to look for. If you want to take a look at the balance sheet, if you want to take a look at the losses, all that stuff makes a huge difference. Now, in terms of this investment, the balance sheet won't really show much because it's a pandemic. Um, it's in business of actually providing rooms, hotels, all that stuff to people, which have not been moving in the last year or so, right? So it will impact the balance sheet a lot, and you got to keep that in mind when you're investing in a company like this. No, I'm not a salesperson. I'm only sharing what I'm doing. If you think this is a fit for your portfolio, definitely do some research. If it's great, you can jump into it. But again, I only make videos of stocks that I'm buying and selling or keeping. No, I sold, as I said this morning, but I will rebuy back in. I'm just waiting for the price to pull back to see if I could buy more shares, or I could buy the exact amount of shares I owned at a cheaper price and then take the extra cash to spend to do whatever I want to do. Now, guys, if you like this video, again, leave a comment. Let me know what you think if you're invested in this company so far, or if you're planning to, or if you have an alternative. Now, thank you so much. Again, as usual, trade smart. And until next time, guys, peace out.